The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, this is Kate from Wheels Up Network and thank you so much for joining us today. And today we have wonderful Juan from Viva Wyndham Resorts presenting for you. And before we begin our webinar, I just want to remind everybody that Viva Wyndham has a prize for you, and it's a 7-night stay for 2 people in Viva Wyndham Samana. And in order to qualify for a draw, you have to stay to the very end of the webinar. Also, if you do have any questions throughout the webinar, you can ask them through a chat box in your control panel on the site. Just type any of your questions there and we will answer them at the end of the webinar. Thank you and welcome, Juan.
Hello, thank you, Kate. My name is Juan, or JC, or Juan, doesn't matter how you're going to call me. I'm the BDM in Canada for Viva Wyndham Resorts. I'm filling up for my friend in the U.S. Unfortunately, he cannot make it due to health issues. But here I am. So my American friends, my Canadian friends, I'm going to be all yours for the next half an hour. All right. I'm also with us, Miss Ashley Fermin, and she is the wedding coordinator, based in our head office. And she's just here in case someone asks any questions about weddings, if there is any. So, hi, Ashley.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ashley from Viva Wyndham Resorts, the wedding the corporate wedding coordinator. So if you have any questions about weddings, just let us know.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. I wanted to wait a couple of minutes, but let's do it. We have plenty of people there, so I'm not gonna waste your time. So Viva Wyndham. So who's Viva Wyndham? So Viva Wyndham is actually an Italian-owned company. It's owned by an Italian billionaire. We have 8 resorts. We are head office is based in Dominican. We also have an office in Florida in the U.S. for the North American market. That includes us in Canada. And I am actually based in Toronto, Canada. We have 8 resorts, like I said. We have 5 in the DR. We have 1 in Bahamas, and we have 2 in Mexico. Now, good news is that we're coming with more resorts in the next few years. We're going to have 5 more new resorts to be announced where it is. It's going to be a surprise. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you where it is, but there's going to be many more islands and where we're going to be present, okay? Now, Viva Wyndham, something happened with my name. Okay, there you go. So Viva Wyndham has 2 different kind of hotels. So we have the family hotel, which are just known as the Viva Wyndham, and we also have the V Collection, which is also known as Viva Wyndham V Collections. Now, those are adults only, and today I'm actually going to start with those 2 ones. But before I start, I'm gonna go and straight something out right at the beginning. The Dominican Republic, where we have 5 hotels, is a very safe country. I know there's been so many bad news all over the news and everything there is about incidents that have happened. Unfortunately, yes, they did happen, but they're not related. They're individual incidents. We received 41 million customers in the last few years. And we had a few incidents. Unfortunately, that happens, right? Like it happens in Vegas. One of my best friends died there, but it doesn't mean that Vegas is dangerous. Like it happened in Spain or Italy, where I've seen people getting robbed. It doesn't mean that it's in safe country, just things that actually happens, right? Now, it's a very safe country, so safe that actually when I finished college in the U.S., I moved to the Dominican just for a few weeks, and then I met my wife from the DR. I fell in love and moved to the Dominican, and I lived happily ever after for about 15 years until I moved back to Canada. I do have my own place there, and it's a very safe country, I guarantee it. Now, let's move on to my presentation now. So, back to the big collections. We have 2 resorts in that collection. One is called the Viva Wyndham Samana, which is the one you're actually going to be winning if you stay to the end of the presentation, all right? It's adults only, petite hotels, and it's located in the northern coast in Samana, with such beautiful area. The beach is amazing, mesmerizing. You can basically walk, and that's why I'm leaving that picture for a few moments, to both directions for about an hour. Beautiful. There's not many hotels in that area. There's pretty much all rich people who have a lot of estates and beach houses where they have their yachts coming in, and we have just one hotel next door, which is also ours, called Sublime. And it's not all-inclusive, unfortunately. It's not under the Viva Wyndham umbrella, right? But yeah, that's it. Now, It's about 22 minutes from the airport, and I'm going to go next here. It's about 22 minutes from the airport. We're about 10 minutes from Las Terrenas town, and there's also some people ask me sometimes, especially here in Canada, hey, can I land in Santo Domingo? And I say yes, you can. It'll take about an hour and 45 minutes to get there in car. However, you will go through a very nice national park. It's a very beautiful view. So you spend 2 extra hours, but you will have a beautiful view. And I'll show you pictures later down the road. Okay. Now, this hotel is completely different to the Viva Wyndham later, and you will see that later on. This is chill, it's quiet, it's tranquil, it's just a super chill ambiance. That doesn't mean we still don't have a lot of entertainment, because entertainment is a big signature in Viva. We do. However, we target a little different clientele. Who we target here? Because they are adults. We target honeymooners, newlyweds, yogas and Pilates groups, and in mothers and daughter retrieve. We even have some bachelorettes. But just like I said, it's a more chill and ambiance, right? Now, compared to the all-inclusive, and you will see down the road about all the family ones, it has a difference. So we have, for instance, we have 24 hours room service in this one. We have Wi-Fi everywhere, although we have Wi-Fi everywhere in all the other resorts now. We have unlimited dinner and all a la carte restaurants, meaning that you don't need reservation. And if you want to eat in all my 4 restaurants, be my guest, you can. It's up to you, right? So we do have that. We also have a lot of cooking, cocktail lessons, a lot of things going on there during the day that are also part of the all-inclusive. I took some pictures there so you guys can see me. That on the right is me. And that picture is taken when I took the bus from Santo Domingo to Samana. And that's one of the most beautiful views you will see just before you get to Samana. So you go up the hill. Once you get to the hill, you will get that view. It's beautiful, beautiful. On the left is the pool at night. Just below me is one event we had. So that if you guys want to have events, yes, we can have it. We have all that decoration that is there is ours, and we can set it up for events like weddings and things like that. Okay, and just a picture of the bar on the left. Okay, so you can see that. Now, like I said earlier, we have a lot of yogas and Pilates groups here, and we target that. We're doing an actually amazing job on that. We have lots of retrieve there for yogas and Pilates. Now, there's 2 types of yoga. So the type of yoga that I'm talking about here is the one that are, chill, relax, that kind of yoga. The yogas that are high impact, and that one, I would suggest a different one, and I'll tell you that one later, okay? Now, the spa here is mesmerizing. It's a breathtaking. It's such a beautiful spa. And that's a picture of one of the cabins where we do the treatment for couples, right? One of the treatment is called the coconut milk treatment, and we do it on the brides. It's just mesmerizing. It's such a beautiful spa. Okay. Now, in terms of rooms, it's 178 rooms. And out of 178, we have 44 that are big. It's called the vibe rooms, which is the one on the right side. And if you can see at the back, it has their own private plunge pool. Those 100 out of 178, we have those 44 with the plunge pool. We have a high demand for those ones. Such a high demand that we actually added some new bungalows now. So we later on added 34 new bungalows, like the one in that picture. So those bungalows, each one has their own private plunge pool, and they're located just next door to the spa in a completely separated area, but inside the property, right? Wow, we had a boom when we opened it in February. It has been sold out. It was so difficult even for me to go and see them when I was there like about a month ago. But we managed to do it, right? It's just beautiful. Who's going on after those? Pretty much couples. A lot of couples, also mother and daughter retrieve, that kind of thing, right? And we have different accommodations. We have king size. We have 2 queens beds. It's just depending on what the client is and what's available at that moment, all right? That's the picture of one of them, and that's a picture that I took myself. So, on top of having that plunge pool, they will also have 3 added values. the bungalows. Remember, this is just for the bungalows. They will have an upgraded minibar, which is the one you see there, that has scotch, it has vodka, and has rum, and it also has a bunch of snacks and coffee and all that. Now, the coffee and all that is also available in the vibe rooms as well. But these ones, they have the upgraded with all the snacks and everything that's changed every day. What we don't change every day is the rum and the alcohol. It's just once, okay, once they arrive. Now, on top of that, they will also receive 2 massage per person. There will be a scalp massage and a foot massage included, and they will also have a concierge service for them. That's the person who will receive them when they arrive. They will take them to their bungalows. Will offer them some really nice coconut drinks, and that's where the whole experience starts. And it will be available for them in case they need something. All right. Remember, we have 24 hours room service, so it's very highly demanded, and it takes about 17 minutes. Last time I tried it, and it was really well. Okay. Now, some of the other picture of the rooms, that's the one picture in the bungalow. Now, in terms of dining, and before I go on more, we're Italians. Not me, obviously. I'm freaking Latino. But we're Italians. So now I will tell you 2 things. In case of someone asks you for restaurants, you can always tell them 2 with your closed eyes. My Italian restaurants and my Mediterranean restaurants. In fact, our head chef is Italian, and we have Italian chef in some of my resorts, and we rotate them from time to time. So, super important that you guys know that. That was the buffet, which is a beautiful setting outdoors. And that's the Mediterranean restaurant, and I actually tried that one last time. It was really good. That one is the seafood restaurant, in case someone wants seafood. And that is a fusion restaurant as well. All right. And remember, we don't need any reservation for any of my a la carte restaurants, and you can eat all of them if you want, right? Every night. It's up to you. Now, and I leave you with that beautiful picture of the beach, so you can see it from the other perspective. And on the left, that's the V Samana, and on the right, that's the other hotel that we own. It's called Sublime. Like I said, that's not part of the Viva Wyndham, but it's also ours. Okay. And then you can see there's not much going on there except beach on one side and beach on the other side. All right. Lots of activities to do around here. If you want to go, whale watching, if you want to go to hiking sites and everything like that. It's a lot of ecotourism in Samana, a lot of it. And if you want more information, anything like that, the clients can actually contact our guest service, and they will be more than happy to help them. Okay. And so this V Samana, and this is the end of the V Samana. It's the favorite for my wife. That's why she loves to go on vacation, because she likes to read a book and sit down and relax and go to the spa. Not for me. I'm a party guy. So for that, I go to the V Heaven. V Heaven is actually our other adults-only resort, completely different. This is more like the actual Viva. It has a lot of entertainment and dancing. This is a party paradise. I always tell them this is the party heaven. I don't call it the V Heaven myself in Canada. I call it just the party heaven, because that's what it is. We target a lot of millennials. We target that kind of clientele. We also target golfers, because we have some packages for golfers as well. Right now we have some packages. I'm not so sure. You have to check with the tour operators. But yeah, so we have culinary lessons. We have dancing lessons. We have a beach party. We have a fun party. We have, holy smoke, we have so many parties going on here. And again, you will have unlimited dining. You will have, the 24 hours room service, etc., just like the V Samana. All right. And there you go. Yes, we do. That's me. So we do have the playboat party. We have, so all kind of party going on. This is a big party place for party goers. All right. Now, in terms of rooms, we have 190 rooms in this property, and actually 60% of the rooms are actually junior suites, which is we call amnesia. On the left side, very, very roomy, lot of space and everything. The one thing that we don't have in this hotel is that we don't have any ocean views. Unfortunately, the way it is built, it doesn't have ocean views, but you do have pool views, and you do have, like I said, 6 out of 10 are junior suites. In terms of dining, and this is the main buffet. One of my favorites is the Rosmarino, which is at the beach, and it's an Italian restaurant. During the day, it's actually the snack bar, and that's where we have snack and coffee, and it's right at the beach. And then at night becomes the Rosmarino. Mexican restaurant, in case someone loves meat, this is the place to go. The sizes are pretty large. I'm not a big meat eater, but my daughter is, and she loved it. So this is a great place for those meat lovers. We also have a fusion restaurant, a blend. The fusion is always like sushi, sashimi, that kind of Asian blend. And one of my favorites actually, the sofrito, and that's because it's an authentic Dominican restaurant. It was designed by one of the top chefs in the DR, and it's setting up in a beautiful area. It looks like an old, authentic Dominican home from back in the 19th century. On the left side, when you walk towards the beach, and I definitely really, really love it. Even took a picture of me there. And just took a picture of, because I love how they set up the fruits there. I love all the colors and all that, right? The fruits, especially in the Caribbean, you guys know it. Beautiful, so sweet. All right, now, before I go to the next one, which is in Mexico, I'm going to tell you that kind of clientele that we target in the V Heaven, it's a little different than that we do in V Samana. We do have a lot of Pilates here. It's a different ambiance though, so the yogis and Pilates that come here are more partier. They're younger generation, they're more like a workout kind of thing, and there are a lot of they're very active clients. There's a lot of party goers during March break or spring break, you call it in the U.S. We have a lot of teachers here, obviously, right? They don't want any kids around. And last time I was there, I have 65 teachers from Canada, and trust me, those guys were partying. It was crazy. So that's the kind of ambiance there. All right. Now I'm gonna go back to my Viva Wyndham family oriented resorts. And for that, I'm going to start in Mexico. Now, in Mexico, we have two properties, the Viva Wyndham Maya and the Viva Wyndham Azteca. So they're both about 7 minutes apart if you walk down the beach, about 12 minutes if you walk outside on the streets, okay? The Viva Wyndham Maya, they're both located in Playa del Carmen, which is about $20 taxi drive if you want to go to Fifth Avenue or Quinta Avenida with all the stores and everything. If you want to walk, it takes about 25 minutes walking on the beach, okay? This is the family, like I said earlier, is the family-oriented hotel. It used to be the biggest, 600 rooms, not anymore, but it has a lot of kids. It has a lot of activities for the kids, and this is where we have a trapeze, and we always have trapeze in each of the countries we are, and we have all the activities for families. It's a lot of families, a lot of kids going on in this property, okay? And I'm going to show you, see if I can show you in a bit. We do have also, in this property, we do have also salons for meetings. We don't target mice, but in case you have somebody who's interested in a kind of a small, mid-size salon, we have two here. And we have, let me see if okay, there. So we have a few things that is a little different in Maya. Okay, number one. So the entertainment in Maya is actually the very signature of Viva. Viva is all about entertainment. It's about dancing. It's about having somebody with the clients all the time, doing something on the beach, doing something on the pool. Someone asked me, why you guys don't have any pool bars? Precisely for that, because we want the pool to be used for entertainment. So something is going on the pool each moment during the whole day. Something is going on at the beach during the entire day as well. So if you have clients who are like, oh my goodness, I want to go to Mexico and I want to, do stuff outdoors, I want to do something outside, that's the kind of clients we want. We want something, sports, anything, tennis. We even have tennis courts and everything like that. But if you have a client who's more like, oh, you know what, I like to go, but then I want to watch TV in my room with a lot of air conditioners, stay there, that's not the client I want. Don't send it to me. I don't. That's not what we target. We target that an active client, just like us, all right? Divers, sport, that kind of things. And families who actually, they want their kids outdoors, away from their, their tablets and cell phone. That's how we do it, and we do an amazing job. In fact, we do such a great job that our entertainment team, we actually have lunch or breakfast with the clients. It's allow it. The idea is for them to mingle, and they remember their names, La Chama, Johnny, Kiko. It doesn't matter. They will remember them. That's the whole idea. And we have a lot of repetitive clients in these properties, very well known in North America. Like I said, we have the trapeze. One thing we have, and I forgot to mention in the V collection, is that we do have facility for disabled. So we have every single one of my 8 properties. We also have menu for people with different, eating intolerance or like gluten-free, like celiacs, like, any kind of allergies like that. Send it to me. Just remember to let me know when you do the booking and tell them to come and see guest service as soon as they arrive, and we will handle it. We do an amazing job with that, and we are very confident of doing it. Now, one thing I also like in the Maya is that we have this pool, which is an adults-only pool. It's actually near the end on the spa and the gym, and it's actually on the way from the kids club. So the kids club in this hotel has an extended hours up till 10 p.m. And so this pool is open until 6 p.m. It has their own bar and their own cabana, so the parents can leave their kids there and go on here and just spend the day here, away from that big, because there's a lot of kids in these hotels, a lot of families, very noisy, it's very loud, all right? So then you have a little space for that, and that's what I do when I come here, right? Now, in terms of room, the rooms are very Mexican, all the colors, the blue and the orange kind of color, and I love those colors. And I'm not going to go in details on all of that because I will send you the details by email, and it will be posted in WhatsApp so you guys can check it out. But we have some of the different pictures there. The main buffet was being renovated when I was there last year, and I think it's already renovated. I haven't heard anything, but I think it is. So, but it's a huge property. It's a huge restaurant. Now, this hotel has this restaurant. It's called the Don Diego, which is one of the Mexicans. Highly recommended. Now, just keep in mind this. If you have client who wants peace and quiet, this is the wrong restaurant. That's not where you want to go, because this restaurant is loud. It's crazy. At the end, you will end up like me, with the gun, a big sombrero, and a couple of shots in the table. It's such an amazing experience at the very end. That picture I didn't take. Actually, it was taken by the hotel, and that's my wife. Yes, pointing at me with the gun. I don't know why. Anyway, so but yes, so that's how it is. It's a very loud, a very authentic, and like I said, very, very moving and loud experience in this restaurant. If you want a more quiet restaurant, definitely try this, which is my Italian. And remember, because we are Italians, we follow, the traditional Italian, we follow the primera, seconda, etc. So it takes a long time for all the food to come to the table. That's the idea, because we want them to spend a lot of time at the table talking and, sharing their moments. So it's very beautiful. We do ask for dress codes, not, too strongly, but yes, we do. Now we have this one. Is on the second floor, close to the beach. It's the Mediterranean. And unfortunately, the picture is not the best, but there's you can see the pool in the back and a little bit of the ocean, but the picture did not help me there. But yeah, and then we also have a fusion restaurant. Oh, what happened? Sorry, guys, I'm having difficulties here. Okay, there. My fusion restaurant here. Again, we have like sushi, sashimi, that kind of Oriental kind of blend. And there you go. That's me again. Like I said, we're so close to Playa del Carmen that you can actually go and walk. You can go to Senor Frogs and walk. And you can actually, right in front of my entrance, right outside is the Starbucks in Playa del Carmen. And so you guys can actually walk. And if you don't like my coffee, which I doubt you don't, you can go and enjoy that Starbucks right there, because we have very authentic coffee, right? Now, like I said, next door is the Azteca. Now, the Azteca has a plus that will actually include, and we call it the BOGO. So you will actually include everything in the Maya. So my clients who come to the Azteca will have access to all the restaurants that I show you, and all the facilities, drink, bars, kids clubs, stores, whatever it is in the Maya. All right? It's a BOGO. Not the other way around, so keep that in mind. So my Maya clients can all go to Azteca, although if they want to go to the restaurant, and if there's availability for $12.50 US, they can actually go to the restaurants as well in the Azteca. But like I said, it all depends upon availability. Now, this kind of this hotel, the Azteca, is actually it says preferred by couples and family, yes, but I do tend to see every time I go that we do have more teenagers here. And I have a teenager daughter now, so she's like that next time, I don't want to come to Maya. I want to come to Azteca. And I don't know why, but that happens. So we have a lot of teenagers in the Azteca, and we don't have them in Maya. So just keep that in mind. Again, free Wi-Fi everywhere. This hotel was completely renovated except for one section. That was section C. And I will let you know later because I'm trying to find out if it's already renovated. But just in case, if you have a client coming, just tell them, please can you keep them out of section C if you don't want them to be in that part, all right? 335 rooms, so it's kind of one of the smallest mid-size property. And sorry guys, I'm having a little bit difficulty here. Okay, perfect. And those are some of the different room settings, so you guys can see it. And I'm going to move now to the different restaurants. So we have El Nopal, which is the buffet. And this is a very beautiful one. It's called El Palco. And that's the Italian restaurant. Super beautiful, super classy. So keep that in mind for those clients who like that. It's definitely a must go there. Then we have the Bamboo, which is the Oriental restaurant. And remember, all the clients here in Azteca have access to this, but they also have access to all the restaurants in Maya. So in case they want to go and check that Mexican crazy restaurant in Maya, definitely they can if they are in Azteca without any cost. Now, in terms of my recommendations, especially for weddings, and Ashley is there, this is the number one chosen in Azteca for weddings reception. It's called the Shulhai, and it's an authentic Mayan cuisine. So for my Canadian friends, especially if you're in Quebec, this is definitely a must-go. And anyone from the Eastern Europe and things like that, they would definitely like this restaurant, okay? The reason why they choose this one, I think, is because of that. It's close to a cenote, actually next to a cenote, a dry cenote, so there's no water there. But we have some old sculptures. I don't know whether they're unique or no, that I couldn't tell, but they like to take pictures there, so the wedding pictures take place. There's a lot of pictures taking, going on in there, and so that's the reason why I think they choose this restaurant. I'm being puzzled for that, okay? Because that's the only one who doesn't have air conditioning. However, they still choose it as that. And having said that, Azteca and V Samana will be my top 2 recommendations for weddings in my hotel chain. In case you have families, you will go for Azteca. But if you have, adults only, and then you can go to Samana. However, we do exceptions during weddings, and then later on, if you have more questions, she can answer that. But yeah, so those 2 are my recommendations for weddings. Okay, 1 and 2. Now that's it for Mexico. Just keep in mind this: if you have kids, families with kids, little kids, I would definitely recommend Maya. There's a whole more activities going on there. Remember, the trapeze is there and all those activities for kids. And if you have families with teenagers, I recommend them to go to Azteca. The difference in price is just a little bit. I don't even remember how much it is, but it's not that much. And remember, all my clients in Azteca can eat in all the restaurants and all the facilities in Maya. All right? But if any of my clients in Maya wants to go to the Azteca for $12.50 US per person, and upon availability, they might request to go and eat in one of those restaurants as well. All right. Now, for families, another of our top sellers, especially here in Canada, it's the Viva Wyndham Tangerine in Cabarete. Now, for those who don't know, Cabarete is a small surfers town in the northern coast of the Dominican Republic. It's well known in the world because it's one of the top 10 destinations for kite surfing. In fact, we have a championship once a year, and during the month of, I think it's February, and we can expect to have like 300-400 kite surfers at once. It's an amazing experience to go see. It's kind of a mid-sized property also. It's small. I would call it a small. The beach is beautiful. And I'm having difficulties again. There you go. All right. So, and before I move on, that's something I wanted to show you. I'm going to show you really quick my all-inclusive. And basically, my all-inclusive is this. All right. So we have all meals and snacks, and all the snacks in dining. We have all the kind of cocktails, wines, and alcohol. In non-alcoholic beverage, we have welcome cocktail. We also serve alcohol during the dinner, and then you obviously have sports that as long as they don't have any gas. and you can eat special dinners at the buffet restaurant, and there's a whole bunch of activities during the day and night. They're all included, and also the kids club, between 8 and 10. All right. So keep that in mind. And that 10 might vary because I think I took this one from Mexico, and I think from some of the other properties it might be until 8 p.m. Okay. Now, Viva Wyndham Tangerine is the only hotel all-inclusive in Cabarete. We have lots of clients from Canada. We also have clients from the U.S. as well, in Europe, but it's very well known for families in Canada. So keep that in mind for my Canadian fellows. Not that is not well known in the U.S., but for the U.S. The top one is not this one. I'm not sure which one it is. I like the size of this one. Now that my daughter is a teenager, she spent the whole day trying, and I would say it again, trying to use the kite surfer, because we do complimentary kite surf lessons. So we teach them at the beach how to use it, and if they feel confident they want to move on and continue, then they can pay and do the lessons. And in about 3 days, they're pretty much on their own. And trust me, they will be on their own. Now, but yes, we teach them, the basic lessons on the beach, and then from there on, they can do it on their way. All right. Everything is reachable. Everything is right there. You know where your kids are, you know where the teenagers are, and you know where you are in the bar and everything. We have 2 bars and the pool. I'll show you which ones they are. And we have quite a few large rooms for 5 people. So we call it the all-together rooms, but it's just a family room that can take up to 5. So we have, in one side we have the king size for the adults, and on the other side we have the two beds and a sofa bed for the kids, so you can have 3 kids comfortable. Huge rooms. It's one room. Even though we call it all together room, I keep saying that we need to change that name to family rooms. It's one room, privately divided between the 2, okay? But it is one room, all right? So keep that in mind. And we have a lot of them, so highly recommended for families. We have lots of kids with family. Now, on top of that, we also do a special entertainment program for teenagers. So what happens is just early in the evening, right before dinner and right after dinner and before the show, there is a lot of entertainment on the pool area. Having said that, I'm going to give you a heads up on something. If you have clients who want ocean view and quiet, it's not going to happen here. So if you want ocean view, you can have ocean view, but not quiet, because we do have a lot of party going on during the night, earlier night, until about 10:30 p.m. in this pool area. So it's not. You're going to have the beautiful ocean view, you're going to have the beautiful pool, but you're not going to have that much quiet there. If you want that, then you have to go to the garden views, and you will have the peace and quiet that you want. Just keep that in mind, all right? Now, once that entertainment with the teenagers pass and all that, we take them to the show, and then after the show, then the disco opens, and they go to their beds, and then the adults stay in the disco, right? So, but we do an amazing job. I mean, I'm always surprised. I always tell, and I forgot the name of the manager for the entertainment. I always tell them, I love how you handle, the time with the teenagers. You make them go, you make them be part of the whole entertainment experience, and I love it. I love it. Like, highly recommended for that. All right. I'm not going to go more on details on this one, because you already know that we have Wi-Fi everywhere, that the restaurants and all that. And I went really briefly on that. Now, the rooms were completely renovated, all of them. Each and every one of them. I love the rooms. The size is pretty much excellent for families. The last 2 times I was there, I was lucky that they gave me ocean views. But even if you don't stay in the ocean views, there's very good size, and they're all renovated. Okay. In terms of dining, that's the buffet. Pretty spacious for the size, to be honest. It's quite large, and I like that. Then we have the blend, and I'm gonna make a little pause here on the blend. I know I talk too fast. Viva is highly devoted to protect the environment. We do just such a hard work to protect that value that you guys come and see and enjoy. It's the most valuable treasure we have. It's our beaches, it's our rivers, it's the whole green experience for you guys. And then so we try to do as much and beyond and above that we can to protect that. So for instance, if you can see in this restaurant, right on top is a bunch of old doors. So when we did the renovations, we used the doors to decorate the whole ambiance. In Viva Wyndham V Samana, we have solar panels, and we are installing solar panels in most of our properties as we speak, so that we can actually reuse more of that. We treat our waters. Not only we relied on how they are treated by the local governments, the local water companies, whatever you call it. We also do it ourselves, so that we make sure that when the water goes back to the water fountains, to the rivers and oceans, it's already well taken care, so it will not contaminate the environment. We work with the local communities. For instance, in Valladolid, we did such an amazing job to protect an area that was being overpopulated by very poor communities. And we along all the different hoteliers in that area, we worked and we did a lot for those communities. We created affordable housings so that they move away from the water sources and will not contaminate that water. We practically took them back from them and make them, again, and just a natural flow and clean. So we work like that. We are working towards more and more each day. There will be new things going on in terms of protecting the environment. Every time we do, we will make sure that you guys know, so that you can tell our clients that when you come to our resort, we are at the same time that we're making you have fun, enjoy all our facilities in our countries, and we're also helping the local communities, and we are also protecting the environment. So, all right, so keep that in mind. So now let's move on. We also have another restaurant, La Vela, which is during dinner time is the Italian restaurant. During the daytime is the snack bar, so you have all the different snacks. You can go and serve yourself if you want. And we also have a Mexican restaurant, which I actually tried this one. It's really good. I'm not a big fan of Mexican, unfortunately, but I like this one. And again, the size of the meat are really, really for meat lovers. All right? And that's me, and I just wanted to show you a picture of the beach, because some people ask me, oh, is that rough? Not really. I mean, we have waves and all that, but it's mainly about the wind. That's what it's wind. It's not windsurfing, it's kite surfing. Windsurfing, you have to go to Sosua to do that. And right on the left side, we had a picture of the bar. So we have two bars. We put this bar during the day by the pool, and then we have another bar right in front of it, on the other side of the pool, which also offers coffee and everything. And that's me and one of my buddies from Germany who also likes running, and we enjoyed that one. So I just want to show you that picture. And now that was the Tangerine. Just keep in mind, and before I move on to Bahamas, that Tangerine is mainly for families. We have lots of rooms that can take up to 5 people. We have an amazing entertainment program for teenagers. We make them be part of that entertainment, and we're very proud actually to do that. And that's the kind of clientele that we target in that hotel. And it's actually also for the budget, right? If you have families that are worried about budget, that's actually a great option for them. Now, in Bahamas, in the beautiful town of Freeport, Bahamas, and Mr. Colucci opened this hotel about 30 years ago, I think. It was 20-some years ago, I don't remember. And it's one of the most, when you think of Caribbean, and you close your eyes and you picture the beach, and the sand, and the sound of the waves, then it's definitely Freeport. And that's why I love to put that picture there. First rather than last, although it was taken during the evening hours, it's one of the most beautiful beaches that I've seen in so far. All right, it's a small, mid-sized property. I don't know what happened with my picture there. Okay, there you go. Okay, so and we have lots of things to do here. Yes, we do have a trapeze here also, and we do have an extensive diving program in this property. We have our own diving excursions and all that. We take them right in front of my hotel, and it's well known for that. So if you have divers who like to go and do some diving here, there's a lot of things here. You can do diving. You can even go and feed the sharks. I don't know why people would do that. Diving is such a big thing in Viva that almost all of us in sales are divers. I'm a diver myself. I'm an advanced open water diver, and I've been diving in pretty much all the properties that are so far. So diving here is amazing. But if you only want to do snorkel, be my guest. It's amazing for snorkeling as well. Now, one thing we do have, and it's right at the bottom there, I want to show you that. We do have, and it's part of the all-inclusive for 17 and older, we do have a paintball course. Why we did it? No idea. It's been successful, especially in the U.S., in some part of Canada. Oh, my goodness. So I don't know why. We have a lot of wedding parties. They actually book this. You figure yourself. It's funny, and they love it. It's just something different, all right? And it's available, and it's part of the all-inclusive. And like I said, we have the trapeze. I'm not going to go more about that. Kids clubs and everything. Now, and I'm giving you a warning on this one. These pictures are how they used to look right now, are under renovations. All the 274 rooms are being renovated. And we're going to end up with only two type of room, the superior ocean view and the superior, that's it, 2 rooms. We used to have 3. But they're being renovated right now, so those pictures are not the actual pictures as they are going to end it up. They will they will be ready by the end of September, early October. So once I know that, I'll let you guys know through WheelsUps or some other sources, so you guys know, how they actually look. All right, so keep that in mind. We have some of the restaurants, the Junkanoo, and for those who don't know, Junkanoo is a nice party that happens, I think it's in February. I'm not so sure right now. January, I think it's it's a big festival in Bahamas, and that's the name of our restaurant. We also have a fusion. We always have a fusion in all my restaurant and all my resources, and this is one of them. We have an Asian restaurant. It's called the Bamboo. And I love that picture. So it's really beautiful. And then we also have the Viva la Pizza, which is like pasta, pretty much an Italian in oven pizza. A kind of wood oven pizza, very authentic Italian. All right. And that's it for the Bahamas. Just keep in mind that. Bahamas is the number 1 choice in our hotels for the American clients right now. And for my American friends on the other side of the line, just keep that in mind. It's a family-oriented hotel. It's very quiet. The beach is, like I said, it's mesmerizing. One of the most beautiful beaches I have seen so far. And it's kind of medium-sized, so I like that. And Freeport is a little different than Nassau. Most people know Nassau. Nassau is huge, it's big, it's like more like Punta Cana, when Freeport is more quiet down and more authentic. So you have a lot of things to do here. You can go to the South End. You can go to see all those big mansions where you may end up seeing Michael Jordan in his own yacht and things like that. It's not far from there. I'm talking about 45 to half an hour to 45 minutes from there, right? So you can actually do that. And that's it for Bahamas, all right? And just before I do, these are the last 2 resorts, and these are where it all began 30-some years ago. And we have 2 properties. And they are located in the province of Romana, in the beach of Bayahibe. Bayahibe was back in 2012 chosen as one of the top 25 most beautiful beaches in the world. And we're so lucky to have one of the biggest ocean front among the two resorts, because they are both next to each other. So we have the beach on one side, and voila, next door is the palace. Huge. Now this one is the biggest one. I think it's 669 rooms right now, and it's growing. I think we just acquired 100 rooms more. I'm not so sure right now. A lot of things going on. Diving here is amazing. You can go to the island of Saona right there. You have trapeze. You have a lot of activities. It's a huge property. We have 4 pools just in the beach, in the Viva Wyndham Dominicos beach. And plus, we have another one in the palace. And we're building another one in the beach that is, and that's FYI, if you have any swimmers group, we will be building a 50-meter semi-Olympic pool in this property. So if you have any swimmers or people who do, triathlons like myself, who likes to do some training, voila, that's a place to go. Sorry, that's a big alarm. So that's a place to go. Okay, lot of things going on. That's where we open the show. So every time Viva Wyndham has a new shows, and those shows in Viva Wyndham, especially here and in Maya, is something that you must see. Please tell your clients. You know what? If you're in Maya, if you're in the beach or Palace or Azteca, please make sure that you come and see the shows. If you don't see the shows, you're missing 50% of that big experience with Viva. They're mesmerizing. They're very professional. We do an amazing job here. Okay. And these are some of the different activities. I'm not going to go over this because it will be too long, but yeah, we have a lot of things going on in this property. All the rooms were renovated recently. I was actually there about a month ago, and we have Wi-Fi everywhere now, and the rooms are just beautiful. We have some new rooms also and I'll tell you where in the Palace. The bungalows. The bungalows are a whole bunch of bungalows by the beach, on the beach. Some of them are oceanfront, some of them are garden view, but they are ocean view, and some of them are garden view. I'm sorry, and they're really beautiful. They're tiny but spacious at the same time. They were renovated completely. Really, really beautiful experience. Those are the ones that feel the like first. Now, speaking of that, these are our number ones. Top big resorts we have. This one, the Viva Wyndham Dominicus Beach in Palace, both in Valle Ibe. So if you have a client who is interested in coming here during the low season, be mindful to do the booking 8 months ahead. If you are a client who wants to come here during the high season, you will need a year ahead. We are sold out big time, just like we are sold out in Bahamas as well, especially during this time. So keep that in mind. For these 8 months to a year, Bahamas, I would say about 4 to 5 months. Okay, so keep that in mind. We have, like I said, we have the largest ocean front, and then so most of my restaurants are actually ocean view. They're really beautiful and open. Like Terraza, La Roca, which is on the other side by the pool, by some of the pool. The Viva Mexico. And we have also a pizzeria. I'm going to go back to Viva Mexico. We have a pizzeria next to Viva Mexico, and during the night hours, because the family ones don't have 24 hours room service. 24 hours room service is only in the V collections. Remember, the adults only, the Viva Wyndham V Heaven and V Samana. These ones they don't. So, but they do always have food somewhere. So in the case of this one, this is open all night long for those party goers that go to the disco and come back at 2, 3 in the morning. There's always food for them there. All right. We have a fusion restaurant, and that's the pizzeria I was telling you about, next to the Mexican restaurant. That is actually open. That's what we do, snacks at 3 in the morning. Trust me, the way you taste a pizza at that time after you have so many tequilas is really good. Right. Now, we also have an Atlantis, and this picture here is not updated, but this picture here is updated, and that's me there also with the whole sales team and the manager. That's the Atlantis. So this restaurant is not included for my clients in the beach, but it is included for my clients in Palace. Now, if any of the clients in beach wants to come here, they only have to pay $12.50 Americans per person. In open availability, they will be able to come. It's a beautiful restaurant also by the ocean. You can see in the back, right? Now, but like I said, it's included for my clients in Palace. Now, that's a picture of the beach, and you can see it's a huge ocean front between the two hotels all together. Now, the Palace will be my recommendation for weddings in the Dominican Republic. But knowing how the booking goes in this hotel, I would rather say, go stay with Azteca in Samana, or maybe in Freeport, Bahamas, if it's a kind of a small kind of party, right? Because it really is hard to get spaces here for large weddings. But it is beautiful, nevertheless. We have so many really interesting restaurants, and I took some pictures myself about a month ago. I was there. Palito de Coco is one of the newest ones. It's an authentic Dominican restaurant, and I'm going to go over the restaurants later, but I wanted to show you that one. And that's a picture that I took from the Vicinity Hotel. from my neighbor hotel so that you can see some of the ocean front that we actually have in our both properties. They're both next to each other. You can walk between the two of them. Sometimes you don't even know if you're in Palace, you're in beach. That happens to me all the time, and I've been in this thing for like 30 years. So, but it's next to each other. It's fantastic. The beach is more for families. That way you will have the kids, just like the Maya in Mexico. All the things for kids, all the activities for kids and everything will be taking place in both properties, but the beach has more of them. Now, the Palace is a more refined, just like Azteca in Mexico. You will find more teenagers and more families without kids in that one. All right, it's a little more quiet as well. It's a little more refined, like I said. The rooms were renovated, and we just added 50 new rooms also. I do not have, unfortunately, a picture of those ones, but I do have a picture of the Ocean View Couples Retreat, which has that whirlpool inside on the left side. All right, and that's actually. Oh no, actually I do. That's the new room. Never mind. Sorry, that's the new room. So that's the new room and how it looks. And it's they are all garden views. Unfortunately, they're called the Superior Plus, and they're very very modern, really really nice. We have 50 of those right now. Some of the different restaurants, La Yuca, which is the buffet, is on the second floor at the back. You will enjoy the pool and the beach view. And this one is El Palco, which is the Italian restaurant. Remember, Italians, nothing goes wrong. We are very authentic on that. And that's the Asian restaurant, the Bamboo. And we also have this nice restaurant on the beach. It's called the Viva Cafe as well. We do have the weddings here. For some reason, they've chosen to be the way. Obviously, for obvious reasons. So it's really beautiful. That's where they choose the weddings to be most of the time. All right. And that's the Palito de Coco that I showed you earlier, which is the newest one in Palace. Remember, all my clients in Palace have the boat. So they can go to Palace and also go to all the ones in the beach. And my clients in beach can also come here if there's availability, but they have to pay $2.50 Americans, and it's open availability. Okay, so keep that in mind. And that's a picture of the Atlantis. Again, this picture is a little outdated, so I'm gonna wait for new pictures. But that's it. That's the end of the presentation. For weddings, like I said earlier, for those who came a little later, I have Ashley online and her email in case anyone's interested in weddings or want to ask any questions about weddings. You can email her at events@vivaresorts.com. I would repeat that. That's events@vivaresorts.com, and that's Ashley. Anyways, this information is going to be online with WillSap. And myself is Juan Ruiz, or Juan Carlos, it doesn't matter how you want to call me, or JC. And my email is JRUIZ@vivaresorts.com. And I'm the BDM for Canada, and I'm filling out for my friend in the US. He's a little bit sick right now, so he couldn't make that, okay? So thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. And one of the things I always like to tell my clients is that once you come to Viva, you become amigos para siempre, which is friends forever. That's our slogan. That's our song team, and that means that you become friends forever. So keep that in mind for our clients, okay? Thank you so much. I wish you all the best of luck of winning that stay in the fabulous Viva Wyndham V Samana, adults only in our beautiful island of Dominican Republic, where everything is beautiful. And thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Hi, Juan. Thank you so much for the presentation. We do have quite a bit of questions and comments as
Holy
well.
smoke.
Yes, agents really like you. I got a lot of comments saying that you're very funny and you're a great presenter and the presentation is great and they loved your pictures.
Thank you so much.
So,
all right.
What do you offer for group bookings and what is the maximum rooms you're offering for group bookings?
Okay, for groups, I'm going to put you in contact with my groups department, and it varies if you want to do it directly with us or if you're going to do it through a tour operator. So the answer will be better handled by David or in the groups department. He's based in Florida, so his email is sales@vivaresorts.com, sales@vivaresorts.com. and I believe there's another one, but just use that one, sales@vivaresource.com. You can also CC me and JRUIZ@vivaresource.com, and he will be answering all those questions. Unfortunately, I'm not an expert on groups, and like I said, there is two type of groups: the one that come with the tour operators, and and all the availability and all the rooms and all the freebies and all that will be upon that tour operator's policies in the agreement they have with us. If you're coming directly with us, it's a different story, and then David will be able to answer that better than me. Would that be okay? So just write him sales@vivaresource.com and tell him, hey, Juan could not answer this. So can you help me, please? He'll help you. Just tell them that, okay? He will give me whatever. It doesn't matter. Thank
I
you.
will, I
Thank
will,
you.
I will add David's information on the website.
Yeah,
I think
I will send it to you. Yeah.
one of the
Any
agents,
other question?
yeah,
Yeah.
one of the agents is booking a lot of reality shows and was wondering if you're allowing filming at your resorts.
If we allow reality shows.
If you're allowed, if you allow to film at your resorts.
Yes, yes, we had actually. The Viva Wyndham V Heaven hosted one of the, I think it was, oh geez, I think it was The Bachelors. Ashley, am I correct? It was The
Oh,
Bachelors, right?
yeah.
Yes, I think it was that.
Yeah. So we hosted The Bachelors in the V Heaven. So yes, the answer is yes. And if you want to have any more of that information, email me, and I will put you in contact with our sales manager, our sales director, and our sales team in North America, and she will be the one that you will need to talk to. But yeah, the answer is yes. Okay?
Thank you. Do the restaurants
No.
allow smoking in them, like inside?
Well, the smoking policy doesn't have to do with us as a resort. The smoking policy has to do with the country. Each country, Mexico, Bahamas, and the DR have their own smoking policies. Now, the answer will be a mixed. I'm gonna say yes. For instance, in Tangerine, we have, remember I showed you two different bars. So we do allow smoking in one of the bars, but there's an area. It will show you that it's a smoking area. And it happens the same in Mexico. So yes, we do have it, but there are signs. Just follow the sign that says no smoking, so don't smoke there. If it says smoking, yes, smoke there. Okay, but in the restaurant itself, my answer will probably be a no. Okay? Just because of we follow the laws of each of their countries. Okay?
Do you offer any travel agent rates,
Oh yes.
and do you have any upcoming FAMs this year?
Okay. The question was for America or Canada. I need to know. If you
Um,
don't, that's okay.
yeah, I believe we don't have.
You didn't say.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fine. No, don't worry. So, yes, the first answer is yes. We do
oh,
have
there's
a
one.
travel agent rate.
This travel agent just emailed saying that it is for Canada.
Okay, so yes, we do have travel agents rate for all, U.S., Canada, the world. They are posted in Wheels Up, and Kate is posting them in Wheels Up. They are already posted there. So come and check. Kate has them you go on Wheels Up and go to the section where it says travel agents rate, and they will be there. Nevertheless, send me an email, and I can actually send you the whole sheet to you. All right? But you can also actually go on your own and Wheels Up and check it out. All right. For farm trees, we do farm trees with the tour operators in each country. Each tour operator will work with them and let you know. In case of Canada, that's where I'm an expert. We are coming. Yes, we are doing it this year with all the tour operators here in Canada. For the U.S., I don't have the answer, but the answer will be yes, we do. But like I said, we do with each tour operators, and they will let you know when they're coming. So just sign on for that. But also, the travel agents rate are amazing. You can also come, you can come with your couple, your best friend, your mother, your kids. The travel agents rate will cover them. It's for double occupancy, so each one of the persons will pay the same rate. And if you have kids, the kids is usually half the price for that. Okay.
Thank you. What is the distance between Viva Wyndham Maya and Azteca Resort for the exchange privileges?
Right. I said that earlier. It's about 7 minutes walking on the beach. All right. There's two hotels in between. And if you walk outside, which you know what, I can recommend either way. If it's too hot and sunny, you may not want to walk on the beach. So just walk outside and walk. There's a lot of vendors outside. It's really beautiful. You can, you have the Starbucks cafe right there. It's like a little plaza, so you can go around and, it depends on how fast you are. It will take you 7 minutes on the beach. When you go outside, it can take you 2 hours because by the time you start walking and stopping in all the shops and all that. But if you went straight, it will be about 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, walking distance.
Thank you. Are the pools in Mexico heated?
No, they're not. But they're always hot because Mexico is pretty hot. All of them are hot. No, they're not heated. You don't need to. With that kind of sun that we have, they're pretty hot.
Yeah, that's true.
They're naturally heated. That will be the answer.
Do you have timeshare clients?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a timeshare clients? Can they buy shares?
We do have timeshare clients, but not in all the resorts. I don't know. I cannot tell you more about it because it's not my department. It's a completely different department. They come and go, on their own. They do their own bookings and all that. Okay? Yeah.
We have a question for Ashley. Do you provide full quotes for wedding packages?
Yes, sure. We can send all the details about the wedding packages, and also because our packages are completely tailor-made, so any request that the bride has, we can cover all their requests, and we can verify. We can send different options so she can decide what's better for her.
Thank you.
Her email, remember, sorry,
Yeah.
her email is events@vivaresorts.com. So just email Ashley at events@vivaresorts.com, and she will be more than gladly, to help you in anything.
Can you also please tell agents your email address as well? I've got a lot of questions
Mine?
for those. Yeah.
So my email is J as in John, R as in Ronald, U, I as in, I don't know, India, Z or Z in the US. So JRUIZ or Z at vivaresource.com. That's my email. And my name is Juan Carlos.
Thank you. Do you
It will
have?
be posted also on Wheels Up, all right?
Yes, I will
Yeah,
add.
go ahead, sorry.
I will add everyone's contact information in the post on Wheels Up. We do have a question about agent rewards program. Do you have any rewards program?
Okay, so that's the best kept secret right now, and I can tell you something because I'm actually working in that project right now. That we are working on it, and it's coming. And just like the new 5 hotels coming soon, I will make a big gigantic boom, but a bizarre noise when it's ready. It will be ready, and you will love it. Okay, let you know. To be announced, to be determined.
We've got a lot of very nice comments saying thank you, and they absolutely love your presentation. And I will also send them to you after the
Oh,
webinar
thank
because
you.
it's very nice to read. They're not short; some of them are very long. We do have one last question. How
Sure.
about day pass to visit your resorts? Do you have any of those?
All right. So if you are in the U.S. And you want to come and see in any of my resorts, and you are, in the area in any of them, just email sales@vivaresorts.com. Again, sales@vivaresorts.com. If you're in Canada, if you're a Canadian travel agent, you want to come and see it, email me. So JRUIZ@vivaresorts.com, or if you forgot mine, sales@vivaresort.com. That's okay too. Okay? Just tell them that you're from Canada. Yes, we will do it. We will do it. Just let me know. Just give me some heads time. A little bit of time. Don't tell me the day before. I have some requests like that, and it's not very nice. So just a couple of weeks before. Hey, Juan, I'm going to visit in Mexico. I want to see the hotels. Of course, I will make it happen. Or we will make it happen. But just give me a heads up. Don't just tell me the day before. I appreciate that.
I believe these were all of the questions. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
We will be announcing a winner of a 7-night stay for 2 people at Viva Wyndham Visa Mana on our website and in the follow-up email tomorrow. You'll also receive it in your newsletters as well, with all of the contact information, link to the recorded webinar. And thank you for joining us today. And thank you, Juan and Ashley, for the great presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.